It is a struggle. It's a struggle for all fat people to find proper health care. I've literally gone in for a sty in my eye and the doctor was like, let's talk about your weight. And I was like, can we talk about the sty in my eye first? That has nothing to do with my
stuff like that. I went to the bathroom and when I came out, I guess the waitress never came. So I'm waiting, and I'm like, he's like, you ready to eat? And I was like, yeah, I'm ready to order. He was like, don't worry, I already ordered for you. I said, okay, but you didn't know what I wanted. He's like, oh, I know what you like. Trust me on this. I said, okay. So the food gets there, and he has this beautiful set of 16 all flat lemon pepper hots and some french fries. And I was sitting there waiting for my food to come. He said, just wait, it's coming. So I'm looking at him eat, and I'm like, okay, can I get a fry? He was like, no, your food is coming, just wait. I waited. He finished eating his food, and after he was done, I was like, the waitress never came. He was like, don't worry, they're coming right now. So then he did like this. He did the sign like this. So when the waitress got there, she brings over the check. And I was like, I didn't do my order. He was like, no, it's fine. They're gonna bring it. Don't worry. And the waitress was looking at him, and I was looking at him. And she was like, what do you want me to do? He was like, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and take the check. So when she brings back his change, he gets up. He's like, are you ready to go? I'm like, I didn't eat anything. He's like, trust me, you've had enough. Excuse me? Okay. That's why I won't be going on any dates. That's why I sit home and I eat Domino's, and I just stay to myself, because I be damn. I be motherfucking damn. Somebody try that on me again.
So my husband said that if I post myself, my real self, no filter, he will pay. He will pay for my teeth because if everybody sees the real me without the filter, it will get canceled. Nobody will want to look at the disgusting monster. He told me I'm a catfish because I use the filters and nobody knows the real me. And he also said to show my whole body because I still look like I'm 5 months pregnant. So if I want to get my teeth done, I have to be honest with you guys. So here it is. There you go. I'm ugly. I'm fat and ugly. So
my husband recently abandoned me and our 3 daughters just 3 months ago, apparently because I'm fat, ugly, and boring. And while I may not be all those 3 things, maybe I'm 2, but definitely not the 3. I realized as a counselor in practice and now in the social work field that sometimes the people that are there to help us are going through something, are broken themselves. And there are times where I didn't realize, like maybe I went to a pastor, or there are people who go to a counselor, a therapist, a spiritual helper, their parents, a teacher, and they don't realize or don't think that maybe this person is dealing with their own suffering. I don't think you ever sit in front of a therapist and think like, I wonder if they're broken. I wonder if they're going through some suffering or grief. And we forget about that. And I think now that I'm in this position, I think maybe the person that I'm going to seek out to help me could be going through the same, or maybe even worse than what I'm going through. But the only way out of this, the only person that can really help me is God. Yes, social workers are amazing, teachers are amazing, therapists are amazing, and they serve a purpose. But you're never going to go to God and God say, you know what, I'm too broken to help you with this. Or God's never going to have a bias in his mind because of past trauma. Or God is not going to say, you know what, I'm dealing with a lot of grief. Maybe I can't help you today. Or, yeah, he's just never going to be too broken to help you. God is not broken at all. And he's the only person that we can truly go to that's never going to have a bias, that's never going to reject us, that's never going to be too tired, too overwhelmed, too stressed, too sad to be there for us. And as humans, we fall into overwhelm, we fall into sadness, and God doesn't. God is always going to be there to hear us, and he's going to be the person to give us the best advice, to guide us. No human can guide our lives like Jesus can. And when my husband left, I made a decision, like, what am I going to do? How am I going to cope through this? Do I need therapy? I mean, as a counselor, do I need therapy? I know what to do. I have coping skills, but the one person that's going to get me and my kids through this is God. And I'm super thankful about that. And I just hope that the people that I'm serving as a social worker, as a counselor, never think that I am like above suffering, because I'm not. I'm a human.
It's sad to know that society is always pushing this narrative that is always making people think that if you have a certain body type, you are ugly. I think it's really a lie, because I believe beauty comes from within. And I want you guys to watch the full video and then share your thoughts in the comment section of what you think about this.
I feel like I haven't seen anyone on this app talk about how hard it is to be unattractive. Like, being unattractive is so depressing. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. It's just really depressing. Like, for me, I feel like being unattractive has made my self-esteem, like, really low. It's made my self-worth really low. I don't get as many opportunities as other people get. And then just, like, the whole relationship factor piece to it. Like, I really, really want to be in a relationship, like, more than anything in the world. That's the one thing that's been missing from my life for a really long time. And I just feel like it's never going to happen for me. One, because of where I live, but two, because I'm not, like, conventionally pretty. My body is not tea. Like, I just feel like I don't look good. And to just, like, carry that with you every single day is really hard. To feel like you're not worthy.
A lot of people have been in my comment section saying that they are scared to lose weight because they are scared of this. They are scared of this. Loose skin is not a reason to not choose to be the healthiest version of you. I am the healthiest version of me with my loose skin. And I understand that it's really difficult to deal with for some people. I've been through that, okay? Body dysmorphia is a bitch. But is this so much better than what I was at 300 plus pounds? Incredibly. I am so much healthier. I can do so much more. But this, with the skin, with everything, I would go through that weight loss journey over and over and over again, even if I ended up with more skin than this, because this just shows everything that I did. Okay, don't not choose making yourself healthier because you're scared of a little loose skin. There are things you can do. If you want to pursue surgery down the road, you totally can do that. That's not something I'm looking at doing right now, but it is an option. Loose skin is not that scary, and it doesn't make you not beautiful. Choose you, choose being healthy. It is so worth it.
I just saw this post that said trying to find your femininity that you were stripped of because you grew up fat. Like, just because you grew up fat, you were not considered feminine. Dude, I cannot relate harder to this because, like, oh my god, this is why I was just talking about this the other day. This is why I wear lashes. This is why I wear nails. It's why I wear like so like jewelry, and like I'm obsessed with pink just because I am. But like all these things are really rooted at the fact that like growing up fat, you were not considered feminine. Even now, I don't consider myself very feminine, and most of the world doesn't consider me feminine because I'm fucking big. And like I feel like a lot of women don't understand, a lot of women who grew up thin or who grew up, you know, like considered regular by society, like you really don't understand how crushing that is as a young woman growing up, and even myself now, how crushing it is to feel like I'm never going to be I'm never going to be considered like a girly girl or feminine or anything like that, or like we can't be like cutesy because we're fucking big, you know? I don't know, that post like really fucking resonated with me because I've been thinking about this lately. Like I do all these things just to get away from the fact that I'm fat, you know, because I can't be feminine as fat. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I hyper feminize myself because to like overcorrect me being fat, I have to like overdo it. You know what I mean?
One of the things that my smaller friends or my friends that have never been in a bigger body struggle to understand is how different people treat you when you're bigger. I mostly experienced this from men in college, and when I was explaining it to one of my friends, she like just couldn't believe me. When I was in college in a bigger body, I would stand next to my friend who was more skinny or in the beauty standard. We would be talking to a guy and he would talk to her like she was there and not even look at me. It was like I didn't exist. And then I lost weight. And all of a sudden it was like I was actually in the room. Like they would reintroduce themselves to me as if we hadn't known each other for all of college. Now there's no shame to my smaller friends who have never experienced this. Of course they can't understand. But if you've experienced this too and you want to explain it to your friends that don't understand, what I would recommend is telling them this. Because I'm sure that they'll say, oh yeah, sometimes guys ignore me. They're not interested in me either. And it's different. Someone not being interested in you because you're not their type is so different from them acting like you literally are not in the room because they don't deem you worthy enough. They just automatically assume that you are less healthy, less interesting, less intelligent, less fun, whatever it is, because of what you look like. And that is heartbreaking. If you are the friend in a smaller body in this situation, then the best thing that you can do for people that are struggling with this is just to listen to us and believe us that this is what happens. It's okay if you haven't experienced it or you don't understand it or you can't imagine it. I am so happy you haven't had to deal with this. Let's just open this conversation and love each other a little bit better. Because no matter your body size, you deserve to feel like people want you.
Think about how nothing angers certain types of men on the internet more than a woman who is conventionally not attractive but refuses to feel insecure about it, and who is able to conduct herself as though she has worth regardless of what men think about her appearance. Because when we define our own worth, that removes men's power to define whether we have any worth or not. And spoiler alert, most of the time they think.
Society beauty standards are so annoying because what society does, it makes sure it gets a certain group of people, and it makes all the people in the society to think that that group is the only group that qualifies to be beautiful in this world. And the rest of the groups that don't fit in that type of beauty, society makes the whole world to think that such groups of people, they're not beautiful, which is really sad because beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. And that means that everyone is beautiful in their own way. And I don't know why people think that if someone is fat, automatically the person is ugly. That is a lie, because everyone is beautiful in their own way. And if you believe that as a person, then there is no way you can call yourself ugly because you look a certain way. There is no way you can accept anyone who tells you that you're ugly, because you really know it, that you are beautiful in your own way. Because in most cases, why people think they're ugly all the time, it's because of the society. Because growing up, when you're just a child, you just love yourself. But then the moment you start growing, you start listening to different people in the society. And what I've realized is that beauty comes from within. The moment you feel beautiful from within, it's automatic. You are going to be you'll feel so beautiful on the outside. No one in this world can ever tell you that you are ugly, because you feel you are enough. And what you have to realize, even the people who make you feel like you're so ugly and they make you feel like they're so beautiful, They can also find days when they feel like they are not beautiful enough, just because sometimes they don't feel good from within. That is the only thing that affects how you think about yourself, because how you think about yourself determines how you feel on the outside. And we have to make sure that we put in the work every day to make sure that we are feeling beautiful from within. Because feeling beautiful from within is the most important thing in this world. The moment you feel so beautiful from within, you are going to automatically feel so complete on the outside. You feel so beautiful on the outside. The only problem that people have is that they take all their time to look beautiful on the outside, and they forget to put in the work to make sure they're beautiful. They feel beautiful from within. If people don't put in the work to make sure they feel beautiful from within, they'll be affected negatively by the society beauty standards. They'll end up believing that what society talks about beauty is very correct, yet it's wrong. And what you have to realize is that you can never fit in all the time when it comes to society beauty trends. You have to feel like you are enough all the time in your life, because if you feel enough, you can never be affected by society beauty trends all the time. And sometimes you have to understand in life, you have to surround yourself with people who are going to make you feel so beautiful all the time. People who are going to remind you how beautiful you are. People who are going to love you for who you are, because this alone can inspire you to love yourself the more. This can also remind you all the time that you are supposed to love yourself for who you are, because it's really important. Sometimes people end up having groups of friends who really are haters all the time, who don't even wish well for them, and all they do is to make them feel so bad about their bodies, about their looks. I've seen this happen to many people. They end up having friends who are always making them feel bad about their looks, and such friends can be so mean. They're making sure all the time that they make other people to feel so bad about their looks. And sometimes it's not about you, it's about them. Such friends sometimes are also not feeling good about themselves. So they make sure they make you feel bad about your looks. So that's why I'm saying you have to surround yourself with friends who are going to make you feel like you're the most beautiful person in this world. No one should ever make you think like you are ugly. No one is ugly in this world. It starts with your mindset. If you believe that you are really ugly, you are going to show the entire world that you are really ugly, which is not fair. So in most cases, we have to learn how to embrace our perfect imperfections. Even if you feel like you are looking at yourself and you feel like there is something you don't like about yourself, you have to think through it and understand that no one is really perfect. What makes you perfect is accepting your imperfections, and this takes a lot of work. And that is why I told you earlier on that you are supposed to find ways of working so hard every day of your life to make sure you work on your inner beauty, because when you feel so beautiful from within, you are going to feel so beautiful on the outside every now and then in your life. And also, if you are a parent outside there, you are supposed to remind your children every day of their lives that they are beautiful, they are enough all the time, because in most cases, children are affected by society beauty standards in a very negative way, because when they are children growing up, sometimes they even don't know about these society beauty standards, but the moment they start paying attention to what's happening in the society, they start feeling bad sometimes about their looks, and the only person who is there to remind them that they are beautiful, they are enough as they grow up is their parents. So as parents, you are supposed to make sure you take on that responsibility all the time to remind your children that they are beautiful and they deserve to be loved for who they are. They're not supposed to fit in the society beauty standards. They're supposed to be themselves. They're supposed to love who they are. And that's it for today, guys. If you have anything to add on this topic, you can share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. It's been your girl Joanne Complete. As always, I'd like to wish you a wonderful day. Take care of your beautiful lives. Until next time, I love you. Bye.